The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 65. Honest. Fast. Big Face Cat slammed his fist angrily against the steering wheel of the van, his face turning red with fury as he vented his frustration. That bitch actually dared to lie to me. I can't believe I fell for her tricks. He turned his head to look at Alex, his expression softening a little as he spoke, a hint of trust starting to show in his eyes. Brother, you told me all this, and you even know about my 3 guys. I just know you're no ordinary person. I trust you completely. But hey, you said you can take me to find tons and tons of gold bricks. Are you really telling the truth? I'm not doubting you, brother. I'm just curious where in this city there could be that much gold hidden away. Alex nodded slowly, reaching out to point in a direction for Big Face Cat, telling him to drive all the way to the end of this road that led out of the city. Of course I'm telling the truth. I wouldn't lie to you about something like this. Because we both have the same goal, and the things we ultimately want to get are the same. You mean money? Money? Big Face Cat asked, his eyes lighting up at the mention of wealth, his curiosity getting the better of him. But no, Alex shook his head firmly, a serious look crossing his face as he paused for a moment, building up suspense before continuing. Getting money is just the first step. After I get the money, my ultimate goal is the same as yours, to get a... He trailed off deliberately, watching Big Face Cat's reaction closely. Big Face Cat's face was filled with shock, his eyes widening as he leaned forward slightly, eager to hear the rest. Could it be you also want to get a... That's right, Alex said without hesitation, his voice firm and resolute, leaving no room for doubt. I also need one badly. A membership invitation to the Tianjiao Club. Big Face Cat spat out the drink he had just taken, coughing violently as he slammed on the brakes, causing the van to skid sideways and come to a sudden stop by the side of the road. What the hell are you talking about? Big Face Cat scoffed, his face twisting with disdain as he glared at Alex. What I want is an invitation to the Genius Club. Genius? What the hell is this Tianjiao Club you're rambling about? Alex smiled faintly, pretending to look embarrassed as he waved his hand. I just slipped up and said the wrong name. Why are you getting so worked up? I even know about your father's death. Do you really think I don't know the name of the club? You also know about my father's death? Big Face Cat stammered, his eyes widening in shock, all traces of anger fading away and being replaced by pure surprise. Alex stared intently into Big Face Cat's eyes, trying to catch any subtle changes in his expression as he tested him deliberately. Of course I know. Your father was a physicist, but he was hit and killed by a car driven by someone from the Genius Club. Bullshit! Big Face Cat snapped, his eyes narrowing with caution as he stared at Alex suspiciously, his trust starting to waver. My father was a mathematician, a Fields Medal-winning mathematician, and he was hit and killed by a truck, not a car. Come on, brother. Are you even reliable at all? All the information you're spouting is completely wrong? He shook his head in frustration, wondering if he had made a mistake in trusting Alex. Alex looked unconcerned, his expression remaining calm as he dropped another bombshell. Your daughter died too. The moment he heard the word daughter, Big Face Cat's expression instantly turned serious, his face hardening as he looked at Alex with a mix of disbelief and complexity. You know about my daughter too? Alex nodded slowly, continuing to test him with deliberately wrong detail. Your father took your daughter to school in the morning, and then they were hit and run over by a truck on the way to school. School my ass! Big Face Cat couldn't hold back any longer, shouting at the top of his lungs in anger, his face turning bright red with fury. They were hit and killed in the middle of the night, not the morning. I see now, you're just a damn liar. I can't believe I actually fell for your nonsense, he roared, his hands balling into fists as he glared at Alex. What the hell is your purpose in tricking me here? I'll shoot you. Big Face Cat was absolutely furious, his anger boiling over as he reached down to his waist to pull out his gun, only to find nothing there. Nothing. His eyes widened in confusion and panic. Where the hell is my gun? He shouted, patting his waist frantically, searching for the weapon that should have been there. Right here, Alex said calmly, spinning the gun casually in his right hand as he looked at Big Face Cat with a faint smile. Sorry, Brother Face. It looks like I wronged you. You're much more honest than I thought. Everything you said earlier was true, not a single lie. I was being petty and suspicious, judging you unfairly. I didn't even know you before today. But I'm a straight shooter and I never lie to anyone. Big Face Cat shouted excitedly, spitting as he spoke, his anger quickly fading into indignation. Only people lie to me. I never lie to anyone else. You have no right to accuse me of being a liar. At this moment, Alex felt completely satisfied. That was enough. The answer was already clear to him. The reason he had deliberately said the wrong information earlier, mixing up details and spouting nonsense, was to trick Big Face Cat into speaking the truth, to test him. His plan was simple. If everything Big Face Cat had said about the Genius Club earlier was a lie, made up on the spot, then Big Face Cat wouldn't have any memory of those made-up details in this dream. If Big Face Cat had given even one detail that didn't match what he had said in the previous dream, Alex could immediately conclude that he was lying. But if, even under such deliberate temptation and misleading, Big Face Cat still told the exact same story as before, with every single detail matching perfectly, then it would prove that Big Face Cat wasn't lying. Everything he had said earlier about the Genius Club and his father's murder was the absolute truth. Speak up. I'm talking to you. Big Face Cat cursed under his breath as he grabbed the steering wheel, preparing to turn the van around and head back, still annoyed by the earlier trick. Alex snapped back to his senses, his expression turning serious again. Click! He cocked a gun, pointing it ahead at the luxurious manor in the distance. Pull the car over to the side of the road. We're walking the rest of the way, he said firmly, leaving no room for argument. What for? Big Face Cat slammed on the brakes in surprise, his eyes widening as he looked at the gun, and then at the manor in the distance, confused and a little scared. I'm taking you to rob some money, Alex said casually, opening the passenger door and jumping out of the van, his eyes fixed on the mansion by the lake. Brother Face, how much money can there be in a bank vault? Stop thinking about that. The really rich people, they don't dare to deposit their money in banks, he said, turning around to smile at the shocked Big Face Cat. Today I'll show you what it really means to be rich enough to rival a nation. Wait a minute. Hold on. Big Face Cat jumped out of the van in a hurry, rushing over to grab Alex's arm and hitting himself on the head in confusion. My brain can't keep up. Slow down. Please, slow down. Stand right here and explain everything clearly first, or I won't follow you anywhere. At this moment, Big Face Cat was clearly overwhelmed, his mind spinning as he struggled to keep up with Alex's fast pace and sudden change of plan. "All right, come here and I'll explain it to you," Alex said, pulling Big Face Cat behind a wall for cover, pointing at the single-story villa by the lake. "See that villa over there?" "Yeah, I see it." Big Face Cat nodded, his eyes fixed on the luxurious mansion, wondering what was so special about it. "Who is the richest person in this city?" Alex asked, testing Big Face Cat's knowledge of the city's wealthy elite. "That's definitely Li Cheng," Big Face Cat replied without hesitation, as if it was the most obvious answer in the world. "Not only is he the richest in this city, but he's also one of the richest in the entire country." "No, you're wrong," Alex said, shaking his head as he looked at Big Face Cat, his expression serious. "His obvious wealth is indeed among the top in the country, but if you count his hidden wealth, he's probably among the richest in the entire world. Li Cheng isn't as decent as he appears on the surface. Behind the scenes, he's involved in all kinds of terrible things, illegal activities that are unforgivable, crimes so heinous that even the death penalty would be too lenient for him." Big Face Cat's eyes widened in shock, his mouth dropping open as he gasped. "Damn it! That bastard! He dares to do all those terrible things. He's not even human. What a scumbag! No wonder he's so rich. No wonder he got rich so fast. He's doing things that could get him killed. How could he not be rich?" he added, shaking his head in disgust. Alex nodded in agreement. He definitely wouldn't dare deposit such huge amounts of dirty money in banks. The gold bars and gold bricks hidden in this villa are just the tip of the iceberg of his wealth, but there's still enough to fill your entire van. And you don't have to worry about anything after robbing it. He won't dare call the police. He won't even dare to make a sound about it. Alex pointed to a black car parked in front of the villa. Li Cheng usually has a lot of bodyguards around him, but when he comes to meet his mistress here, he only brings his most trusted driver with him. This mistress is also his accomplice, just as ruthless and evil as he is, and she's done her fair share of terrible things. The two of them have been in this secret relationship for many years. So all we need to do is take care of the driver, control Li Cheng and his mistress, and then you can take whatever you want, no limits. Big Face Cat snapped his fingers excitedly, a big smile spreading across his face. "Got it, that's reliable. Brother, you're really good at this. You seem so experienced." "Yeah, I've been here a lot before. I treat this place like my own personal home," Alex said casually, downplaying his familiarity with the villa. "So today we're robbing the rich to help the poor? Dispensing justice for the people?" Big Face Cat asked with a playful grin, his eyes lighting up with excitement. "This feels so damn good. Sometimes I dream about being a hero of the rivers and lakes, upholding justice and doing good deeds. It's so thrilling." Alex waved his hand confidently, a determined look in his eyes. "Tonight, you don't have to look for excitement in your dreams. We're going to do something real. Come with me."